this is Jamie Magrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. It's a pretty simple one, except I'm going to use Stampin' Up! Product for this demonstration. This is last year's Stampin' Up! It's a very simple card, so let's get started. You need 2 strips of 1 1/4 inch designer series paper. It needs to be at least 5 inches long. These are 6 inches, so you can use whatever pattern you want. You need a scrap of black and a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of white, and then your card front. And you could do it without this just by cutting off the top, but I like the way it folded over the top. It made it look like it was actually a scarf. Okay, so let's get started here. First thing I'm going to do is take this black scrap and scrunch it up, like knot it up into, like you're getting ready to throw it away. You're just going to crinkle it up as much as you want. Okay, and you're going to come in with, I've got a 1/2 inch circle punch. You can use a die if you have it. And I'm just going to punch as many of these circles as I want for my buttons. Okay, you could crumple them up afterwards if it's easier. Just come in and crumple them. That would be fine too. I got in my nail. Okay. And on the back of each one of these, we're going to put a dimensional. And I'm actually going to use the little ones. It doesn't matter, we can use the big ones. But 1 dimensional on the back of each button. You want it on the back side of it, so. One more here. Okay, now we're going to set those aside. Okay, we need a few more dimensionals at the end, but now we're going to bring in our trimmer. You should be able to see it, so. Okay, you'll see it on either side of the cutting blade, there's marks. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit so you can see. Just hopefully I'll remember to zoom back out. Okay, and I'm going to take one of these strips and I'm going to mark, there's 3/4 inch here. I'm going to put the top edge at 3/4 inch, the top corner, and the bottom opposite corner I'm going to do 3/4 inch the other side. Okay, I'm going to close it down and I'm going to cut it. That's going to make so it's skinnier at one end and wider at the other. Must have moved just a hair, but that's alright. I'm going to take my snips. What did I do with them? I'm going to use different scissors because I can't find them. And I'm just going to, on the wider end, I'm just going to cut some fringes. Just like that. No right or wrong. You don't have to do this step. I just like the little fringes on the end of my scarf. Okay, do that on both of them. Okay, then we're going to fluff those fringes just a little bit. Okay, and we're done with the trimmer. Okay, now we're going to bring in this piece, which is 4 4.25 by 5.5. And our sentiment, which came out of the penguin set. What did I do with it? The penguin place, it came out of here. Be cool, be chill, be merry. Okay, and black ink. I'm going to stamp this sentiment. Down here at the bottom. Left, right side of the card. You could do it either side, doesn't really matter. Okay. I'm going to come in with some glue. And on the top, I'm going to do like a triangle of glue. Try not to go down more than 1.25 inches. So that would be like 5 lines there. And then I'm going to do triangle up to the top, like that. Okay, I'm going to take this piece, and I want the bottom corner to line up with the, I want the top of that to be lined up with the top corner, and this bottom corner I want all of that to be on, and then I want this to go up at a little bit of an angle. Okay, and I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to bring in my scissors, and I'm going to trim off that extra. You could use your trimmer if you want. Basically just letting the scissors glide along the edge of the cardstock. Okay, so there's that part. Now I'm going to take my ties. Doesn't matter which side you, whichever side you want it to, the tails to be on. You're going to figure out how you want your tails. One longer, one shorter. Put them like that, I think. Put them like that, and then I'm going to fold them over the top on the back of the card. Okay. And then while I got them like that, I'm going to just put some glue on that back tails. Fold that one over. Fold that one over. Okay. Turn this over. You could leave them floppy like this. I took the bottom one and I adhered it down to the card with glue. So put glue on it. The top one I took dimensionals. I put some dimensionals on it. Don't need many, just like 3 of them. Out a picture because I forgot to zoom back out. I hope you got to see everything I just did since I was out of frame. Fold that one down. Okay, now those buttons. Put your buttons on. I kind of folded down the edges of them a little bit, squinched them even more. Okay, then I glued this to the front of my card. This was one that I did with my family at Thanksgiving. I always do cards with them every year. There you go. And you can put your ties on either side, whichever way you want to do it. Quick and simple card. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.